Good afternoon. No, still morning. Good morning. Well, I might look a bit dishevelled because I've just come in from outside because it's glorious, as you know. And Nanny Vlog likes to do nothing but sit in glorious sunshine when the opportunity arises, of course, which it has today and for many previous days, and let's hope many more to come. So when I'm doing this lounging, it affects my brain. You may be surprised to hear that. And it affects all our brains if we let it. And what I'm talking about is relaxing. So if we relax and allow ourselves to just totally escape reality, normality, whatever we choose to use to describe it, it's just such a fascinating thing that happens because your mind drifts. Well, as you know, my darlings, my mind drifts on its own anyway. So I just have that sort of brain, I must have. But having said all that, when I'm out, when I'm socialising, I like nothing more than to interact and respond and suggest and just generally have fun. And that's what life should be. It should be about fun because it's not very long that we have here in the scheme of it all. So there's nothing that really alarms me more than what is happening to all this socialising that we tend to be doing. I don't include myself in this, I hope, that we tend to be doing more and more, and that is looking at something in our hand or in our hands or just gazing at a screen. And I know you can come back to me now and say, well, you're doing just that, Nanny Vlog. I am, yes. And it's a fabulous way to get a message across. As long as it's a message that doesn't interfere with natural ways of expressing. So, questions. Who, what, why, where, when, and how. All open questions that normally have or need some kind of response from somebody, but we don't use words anymore to have conversations, or not many anyway, unless you're in a certain circle where conversation and communication is key. And that can be anywhere in the world. Communication is key. And if we don't have it, then we're losing something. The mind is turning off. It's slowing down. It's just not acting in the way it should. It's meant to be stimulated. I know what you're thinking. I don't care what you're thinking. Well, I do care what you're thinking, yes. But I'm just trying to put across my viewpoint, and we all have various opinions and are allowed to have those opinions. All I'm saying is, if we try and use those question words, how, what, where, when, why, how. For example, when you go out, now you're dining out, you're dining in, you're just out, you're walking down the street, and all you see is this, people looking at, I don't know if they've got anything in their hand or they're just palm reading, maybe that's what they're doing, it's the future. Oh, well, it certainly is the future. The future is becoming a bit scary for me because I don't fully understand what will happen to the human being when all this stuff finally has got everybody in its grip and we forget how to talk to each other. So let me just explain what I mean. Using those open questions, I'm going to now use them as statements. So instead of me asking, I'm going to just make my statements. So, who I'm with at all times has my 100% attention. Where I go, with whom I go, is my business, but it will always be a shared experience if I'm with someone. I'd forgotten where I am now, and I'm only on number 2. Why I choose to express this is because I'm concerned about the human race changing beyond recognition, and the humans in this planet just all becoming weary zombies. How we go about changing it is just leaving this to one side, if only for an hour, not to be glued to it 24 hours a day. And I mean 24 hours a day. I get into trouble because I don't take my mobile to bed. And what if something happens? Yes, I understand that. I do understand that. And I hope nothing ever happens, because that point will then be proved. But I prefer to be in bed on my own, quiet, peaceful. That's what my bedroom is for. Well, it has been used for other things. But that's a while ago, so we won't go there. I've forgotten it anyway. So who, where, why, how, what? What will happen to us if all this carries on? It's already happening. And where? No. Who, what, where, when? When? When I say I'm not going to be looking at my palm for 24 hours a day, 100% all the time, I mean it. And if only some other people would mean it. Anyway, this has gone on far too long, but it's quite a big thing to talk about in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. You know what's going to happen now, don't you? This is just going to cause me problems when I try to upload it. Maybe it won't be uploaded. Anyway, my darlings, enjoy the weather. Have a great day. Have lovely lives. Keep laughing. And don't forget, always be naughty.